many years ago, we were in a class, we were all sophomores, and we did not like it at all. And there wasn't really opportunities for film students. We wanted to make movies, and we wanted to do it outside of class, but just together. And I was like, let's do it. Let's just start a club. Let's do it right now. Let's go to the library. We're like, okay. And so we literally just left where we were standing, went to the library, and that was our first MCM meeting. We didn't know what we were doing. My friend Matt Todd, he had a script, and it was Devil May Care, and we decided, let's make it. We weren't called MCM then. I remember I was thinking kind of like Young Guns, like just a bunch of young folks together, getting together, making movies, kind of like maybe like a Militia, you know, like a ragtag group. And one of the founding members, John Anslow, he came up with the name. What about Movie Camera Militia? And it just kind of just rolled off the tongue, and it sounded great. MCM, Movie Camera Militia, it just worked.
MCM to me is a group of students that have a passion to make films, not only in the class, but outside of the class. So they take a very active role in working on films that aren't for credit. They're not for a grade, they're just for the love of making films.
I was in an art class with Austin, and I picked him up and we were driving to the class, and he was telling me about this Western he wanted to make. And I was like, you had me at Western. So that's when we started making Red Creek. It was the first big MCM film, like start to finish with the whole thing. That was, I don't want to say a nightmare, but it was so hard. So it's during this class when we're just learning the basics of filmmaking and we're making a Western. And so we did a lot of things wrong on there as well. We didn't know what an AD actually did. We sometimes didn't slate. We didn't have a shot list. I basically had to figure out everything because like we needed a producer. So I was the producer, I was the AD. But it was a great learning experience. And when Red Creek was done, we're like, this is awesome, that's great. Now what? And so when we screened Red Creek the next year, we got a lot more folks involved.
Movie Camera Militia just grew so much in the past just like school year. In fact, more than we even anticipated.
We first started off maybe sometimes 10, 15 kind of average numbers for attendance to a record. I think we now have like 80 active members.
You know, we want to make movies, but the most important thing is we want to build a community and teach everybody what we know and take the skills that they learned in classes and internships or whatever and be able to use that into solid movies and make solid movies with them. And since then we went from 16 people to 85 people in our or so, and it's just been crazy hectic. And when it came to veterans, people, you know, seniors and juniors to freshmen, the balance was like 20-80. Like there was we are definitely a huge freshman base, and so with that said, there's a lot of not inexperienced but just beginners. And so, you know, the first two movies we did was Snickerdoodle, a little more salt, and I was amazed at like how they turned out. You know, just a lot of freshmen with a little guidance by seniors. We ended up coming up with 2 solid films, and now in our last 2 films, with Penance and Parallel to Here, it was just leaps and bounds, 10 times better. Like we grew within this year so much. The freshmen just have no idea just like how much they're just learning right now that we just learned 9 months ago.
Hope to see MCM members going out into the industry and people going, wow, you are an MCM, I want to hire you. I want to see MCM members come back and share their stories with future MCM members. I love going on set and seeing how enthusiastic all the students are about the filmmaking process. I love attending the meetings and hearing the wonderful pitches that students have. There isn't any one single moment with MCM. I enjoy so many aspects of it.
This is just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much left to do, so much left to improve, and we're making it. We're making and exceeding things, and it's great. So I'm really looking forward to the future of MCM.
Any other questions?
No.
Comments?
No.
Concerns? Get out of here.